So good evening, everybody. My name is Mike Monick, and I am here in Dallas, Texas. So thank you for meeting up on this social media training. And I've been asked to kind of give an overview of social media in general, just kind of some of the basics as to why we want to even use social media. And we can have some questions along the way, but I've kind of got a format that we'll run and just kind of show the basics specifically regarding Facebook and why we might even want to use social media to grow our business. And that being said, on this channel, which is Bill Render's hierarchy, we can every week right now we are doing A to Z social media training on Bill Render's Zoom, and this is we are October 28th, 2024, and so every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for 30 to 40 minutes we talk about social media. We've been doing that for about a year. And so all are welcome, and you can come onto that channel every Wednesday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Bill Render's Zoom channel. So, that being said, why do we use social media or how can we use social media? And we have been blessed since the pandemic with the ability to speak to people through social media, but also through Zoom, and to be basically in any state where it used to be very difficult to be in multiple states, multiple times, different time zones, etc. Now the business can take us wherever we need to go. And the reason that we want to be on social media is simply to have a wider net, cast a wider net. Some of us, are familiar with the adage of three who get three, which is the old A.L. Williams way of recruiting and building the business. And that has been proven over and over again to work in person. But through social media, we're finding that exponential growth is now possible when we ask other people to post. And so therein lies the lesson in that many people do not know how to even post on social media at all. So this training is designed to be very basic and specifically to teach about how to's of how to post on social media, what to say, and how to respond. So it's going to be very simple and very basic and is designed not to last all night so you can then share it with your people later. So with that in mind, um, how many people on the call? We've got several people on the call. Is everybody on the call currently on Facebook? Raise your hand if you're on Facebook.
Mhm.
Okay, so just about everybody's on Facebook, right? And so pretty much everybody is going to be on Facebook. I mean, roughly, I don't know, 20% of the entire planet is on Facebook. And so Facebook can really take you anywhere you want to go and places you don't know that you even want to go. It's going to take you there too. It's just the nature of how Facebook works. So, what do we say? How do we post on Facebook? And the gist of it is that you want to have a Facebook presence among your own family and friends. The reason we post on Facebook is because that's our natural warm market. It's already people that know us. And this is a business of best friends to best friends. And in the business, we often want to show people what we are doing. But because we're on Facebook, we want to be compliant in all 50 states. That's very important. So there are certain things we can and cannot say. And so we purposefully kind of keep it a little ambiguous when we post on Facebook. So the first thing to think about is what sort of image are you presenting about yourself when you're on Facebook? So take a look at your own Facebook page. um, think about the kinds of content that you're posting. Are you super divisive? Are you political? Are you posting pictures of yourself being crazy? Take a look at older pictures. Some of us have been on Facebook for 10, 15 years. Maybe take a look at some of your photos and posts from years ago and make sure that, if it's a night at the club and you're whoo party party party, that you're presenting the image that you want to create to the public. And so I want to show you, I'm going to screen share with you a couple of these concepts as we go through things. And then I'm going to share with you a 5-point plan on how to post on Facebook and what to post. So can everybody see my Facebook page on here? Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Terrific. So one concept that we need to get across to people is that when you set up a Facebook page, so this is my personal Facebook page, I've got a header, I've got a portrait of myself, etc. And you can have various different kinds of things on these. But the concept I want to get across to people has to do with this little icon right here next to my post. If you can see that little icon, it looks like the earth right there. Do you see that?
Yep.
Okay. When you set up your own Facebook page, now I'm looking at my desktop, so your phone may look different, but when you're on a desktop, you have certain things that you can do, and on the phone, it'll do different things. But each post can be set for a private or public or friends only. So for example, I can go over here to edit my post, and I can edit who sees my post. Everybody see that where it says public and it's got a little picture of the globe next to it?
Yep.
When you're setting up your posts for the business, you want to make sure that those posts are made public. Why? Because we want people to share it. We want as many people to see it as possible. And if it's set to friends only, only a small percentage of your own friends are even going to see it. So there is an assumption that when we post on Facebook, that all of my friends are going to see my post, and that is not the truth. The average person on Facebook has somewhere between 300 and 600 people, and typical saturation of that number of people is roughly 5 to 8%. So if you're at 5% of 300 people, roughly only 15 people are going to organically see anything that you post on your feed. Now, Facebook will push that to more people depending on the interaction that your post gets. So here's an example. If you post on Facebook, let's say any old post that you might do. If you post on, I'm scrolling through some things, here we go. So I posted this not too long ago. This is a picture of my family, etc. We were at a family reunion, and 13 or so people liked my post. So out of the 15 or so people that initially saw my post, a bunch of people liked it. Well, when somebody likes your post, Facebook pushes that to even more people. So we don't pay for advertising on Facebook. We want things to move organically. So when we make a post, we want to start to interact with people, and that will then propagate our post even further. It'll make things go even further. So I'm going to stop the share here and move into kind of our presentation as to how we post on Facebook and what do we do. All right, so I'm going to share another post with you, and you can screenshot these posts coming up. And the first of which is, this is for training purposes only, not to be used by the general public. Please do not share this generally, or do not download it and send it to all your people, etc., etc. If you want to reach out to me directly, I will put my phone number in the chat, and you can reach out to me directly, and I will give you a private link for this so you can share it one-on-one with your people. Is that fair enough? All right. So this is it, the whole 5-point plan right here. And you can copy and paste this, or you can do a screenshot, I should say, of this. But this is the plan. And the plan is to copy and paste some text that's already been created and add your own personal photo to it. Now, we've been doing this for about a year, and we have seen many people copy and paste text or modify text And then we've also seen many people create specialized graphics that look real fancy. They'll use software and photo editing software and Canva and some other things to make things look fancy. And so far, there's not a lot of proof that making it more complex or fancy looking has any better result than simply copy and pasting text. In fact, it's a little to the contrary that if you get too fancy with it, it becomes not duplicatable and it looks so great that people just naturally scan right over it because it looks like an ad. So that's one of the things we learned early on is fancier does not mean better as far as interaction on a post because it just looks too good. Now we're going to share here in a little bit what we're going to copy and paste, but suffice it to say, you copy and paste the text that I'm going to provide to you and your own photo, just a happy photo of you doing whatever you're doing. If you're just joining us, please make sure you're muted. Thank you. And but here's what we do, and I'll kind of go through these things one by one with you so you understand what we're talking about. But we copy and paste the text. We add a photo. Step two is to do these things. We tag your trainer, which means you need to make sure you're Facebook friends with your trainer. You need to make the post public, which we just talked about. And then you also need to pin the post to the top of your page. So I'm going to stop the share right there. We're going to go over that and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, we're back in Facebook. And if I'm going to tag somebody on a Facebook post, I can make my post just like this post here. And I'm going to edit my post right now so you can see what I'm talking about. When I edit my post, you'll see these icons that say add to your post. Everybody see that? All right, it says add to your post. You can add a photo, which is what we've already done, or you can tag people. Well, Patrick Arender is my trainer, so let's put on here Patrick. Here's Patrick Arender. And I'm going to tag him. And now it says Mike Monick is with Patrick Arender. Well, since Patrick Arender is now tagged on this post, any interaction on my post is going to notify me and Patrick Arender. So if I'm brand new and I don't know anything about the business, I don't know how to answer questions, I don't know how to set up appointments, I don't know anything. Okay. Even a brand new person can tag you as their trainer and you can keep an eye on their post. But they have to be friends with you on Facebook first. So have your people send you a friend request on Facebook. It is not good enough to have a follow, which is different than a friend request. Make sure you are Facebook friends with the person that is tagging you on the post. The other thing you want to do is do what's called pin the post. This is just like a bulletin board with a push pin in it. And if we're editing the post, once again, we can do this. If we edit the post, you'll see different options. And one is to pin the post. So mine's already pinned, but you'll see a push pin right here. And when you pin the post, it stays at the top of your news feed.
Mm.
So no matter what else I post on here, my birthday was just last week. So whatever else I post on here, all the other activity that's going on my post, I posted the family reunion. I've posted some other things we went to an organizational meeting at Get Big or Go Home recently. We did some other stuff. I had my birthday post where it says I'm old on there. All that stuff has been posted, but this post stays at the top of my feed. Now, why would I want that? Well, if somebody sees this post and forgets about it, they don't interact with it for whatever reason, they may remember later, oh my gosh, I meant to go back and ask Mike about what that whole work from home thing was. And if they go back to my post and they have to scroll for even a little bit, trying to figure it out. Where was that post? I forget where did he put that thing? Well, it's pinned to the top of my feed. It's going to be there until I take it down. That makes sense to everybody? Okay. And so the rule of thumb for me, you can do whatever you think is still working for you. I usually leave posts up for about a week or two, and then I'll take them down, but I will change the privacy setting. So I'm going to edit my post, and I'm going to go from public to only me. Now, why would I do that?
So you can put it back later.
That's right. If I want to put it back later, I can do that. I don't want to lose the commentary that we'll talk about here in a minute. I don't want to just delete the post. Okay. But for now, I'm going to put it back to public. So I can edit my post. I'm going to go back to the privacy settings. I'm going to go public. Now see, your master settings for your entire Facebook page, you may have it set to friends and family only. And that's a personal preference. That's okay. But if you're using Facebook for business, you have to have it be public, or else if somebody shares your post, it's going to come up. You've seen those blank posts that says the content of this post cannot be seen. You've probably seen that before, and that's because somebody shared a post that is set where the privacy settings cannot be seen by other people that are not your friends. So if people are sharing your post and their friends want to take a look at it, they won't be able to see it. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing this. Let's go back to our 5-point plan. Now then, what happens when somebody likes your post or comments on your post? So we've already done step 2. We pinned the post, we've made it public, we've made sure your trainer is a Facebook friend, and you've tagged your trainer. That's the second step to complete your post. Now, what happens when you start to post? Well, people are going to start to comment on it. And if you've never posted before, you might be shocked at the activity you're going to get, because when people post for the first time, usually within minutes, it's a deluge of activity. So you need to be prepared that you understand what to do next. What we want to do is create a dialogue in the comments. And why do we want to create a dialogue in the comments? Because every time somebody comments or likes your post or shares your post, Facebook then pushes that post to even more people. So it's kind of like a point system. Facebook has no published information about this, but basically when you post something on Facebook, if somebody likes it, it's essentially worth 1 point. If somebody comments on it, that's essentially worth 2 or 3 points. If somebody shares your post, that's worth, say, 5 points. Think of it in how many people can see your post. That's what we're trying to do, is get more people to see this post without having to pay for it. We don't ever want to pay for the advertising, and we want it to be on our personal Facebook page. So you can continue to post like you normally do on your Facebook page. And if you get good interaction with other posts that you post, new posts that you put up will organically reach even more people. So you want to be somewhat active on Facebook, not just post business related things, but you want to pin your business related stuff to the top so people can then find it. All right. So we're moving on. Number 3, like and comment when others comment on your post. And what are we going to say? Well, we're going to ask a question. The correct answer is always ask a question. And the question we ask when somebody says, hey, I'm interested in a comment, the question we almost always ask is going to be some variation of this. Can I send you a direct message? Can I send you a direct message? I'm going to pause here. We're going to go back to our Facebook page and take another look. I'm going to scroll down to another one that's been a little more active. Had new grandbabies come into the world here recently. All kinds of good
Mhm.
stuff happening. And here we go. So this is another post from September. Very similar, copy and paste. Picture of my wife and me out celebrating one night. A lot of people liked it, few people commented. But here's the comments. And I'll give you a slide that you can take a look at this here in a minute. But here's the comment. Can you send me a message? Okay, well that's great. So my comment to her is, thanks, Katie. Just sent you a direct message. And I specifically will say direct message as opposed to DM. Not everybody understands what a DM is. You may understand what that is. A DM is a direct message. Some people call it a PM, personal message. But basically, you're using Facebook Messenger to send a message. It's kind of like an email system, but it's through Facebook. And so if I want to send Katie a message, I mouse over Katie's name, I hit message, and it's going to pop up a message for Katie that I can then send to her. Can everybody see Katie's message? Can you all see that?
Mhm.
All right. Well, here's Katie. I sent Katie a message. Hi, Katie. We're going to talk. What's the best number to reach you? She gives me her phone number. Please don't call Katie or call her on her phone. And that's basically what we do over and over and over again. So once again, people are going to comment and you're going to comment back. She asked me, can you send me a direct message? I'm going to ask her a question unless they already say, or if I'm already friends with them. So we're going to go back to our 5-point plan. And I'm going to kind of highlight exactly what I'm talking about. Now, here's a couple of points. When somebody comments on your Facebook page, you may or may not be friends with that person already. So if you are already friends with that person and you know them pretty well, like my friends just said, hey, can you send me a direct message? Well, I was already friends with those people. So I sent them a message without asking permission. Now, this is very important because if you are not Facebook friends with that person, the first question is, can I send you a direct message? And we wait to get permission. Why? Because Facebook does not like unsolicited direct messaging. And we do not send links. And the correct response is not to send a link in the comment section. You always want to take it private where it's no longer visible publicly. So you can now send them a direct message. And then when you send a direct message, if you're not friends with that person, especially, you go back to the post and you post a comment that says, I just sent you a direct message. Now, why do we do that? Well, we do it for two reasons. One, if you're not Facebook friends, then the direct message may go into a spam folder. And two, every time you have dialogue within your post, that creates more activity on the post and it pushes the post to see more people. Does that make sense? Everybody got
Mhm.
that? All right. So the correct answer is almost always, can I send you a direct message? Whatever the question is, the answer is always, can I send you a direct message or some variation of that? So what's this all about? Can I send you a direct message? Hey, I'm interested. Can I send you a direct message? This sounds like a pyramid scheme. Can I send you a direct message? Whatever it is this Primerica? Can I send you a direct message? This is your post. You have control what people say on your comments. If somebody says something derogatory, you can mute that comment. But the correct answer is almost always, can I send you a direct message? And what do we send in the direct message? Well, that's step number 4. This has come about after a year's worth of trial and error. What's the best way to get an appointment? The object of posting on Facebook is to make an appointment. The whole point of posting is so we can get somebody into a Zoom meeting to have an appointment. That's the whole point. So if we're trying to do that, we don't want to leave it up to the person that's responding to our post to make an appointment on their own, to get pushed into some kind of video they have to watch, to use the calendar app of your choice to set their own appointment, which may be a week away and they're just going to forget about it anyway. We want to have a phone number. And if they're really interested in work from home, people are going to give you a phone number. So this is in Facebook Messenger. And here's what we say. Hi, Bob. Thanks for commenting and asking about work. Let's talk more about it. What is the best number to reach you? Super simple. Does everybody leave a phone number? Nope. But probably better than half do. And now you've got their phone number and we can take it offline and we can ask them to join a Zoom meeting with us. We can talk to them on the phone, answer some basic, simple questions that then route them into having an appointment so you can give your best presentation. And without the phone number, hey, can we talk about it through Facebook Messenger? No, I don't have time to email and ask a bunch of questions. That's why we have a quick Zoom. And this is what I use to get a phone number. Once the phone number comes my way, what do? I use the word, let's set up a quick Zoom. I don't call it a meeting. You can call it whatever you want, but nobody likes to have a meeting. So let's hop on a quick Zoom. That's my favorite phrase. Let's hop on a quick Zoom. It sounds like fun, right? Let's schedule a meeting. Same thing, right? But hopping on a quick Zoom is way better than let's schedule a meeting. Okay. We're working with people that already know us or presumably already know us, or we're in some kind of warm market with a mutual friend. Okay. This is not door-to-door sales. It's not, coat and tie with a briefcase. This is casual on Facebook. Let's hop on a quick Zoom. So you can text somebody if you don't reach them on the phone number. Hey, this is Mike. We just connected on Facebook. I just wanted to reach out to you, see when we can hop on a quick Zoom. I'm going to send you a quick text. I'm going to text that person with almost the exact same thing. Hey, this is Mike. We connected on Facebook. Give me a call back at this number when you can. Now I've left it up to somebody that they either have ambition or they don't. They're either serious or they're not. They reached out to me asking me for more information. And if they're not going to give up their phone number, not much I can do with that. So what do we do after that? Well, talk to your RVP and give your standard presentation. Use your standard presentation. Now, the 5-point plan, here's what we post. You can do a screenshot of this if you like, but this is the most tried and true. I've got 2 variations to show you on what we post. You can dress it up with emojis if you like. You can turn it into a Canva and make it all special and, all that stuff. Spend all your time doing that. But I'm here to tell you, you post this with your own picture and that's duplicatable. You can ask your people, post this, tag me in it, pin it to the top of your feed, make it public, and put your own happy faced picture on there with you and your family or you on the beach or whatever it is you want to do. So this is variation number 1. What do you see that's not in here? The name of the company, earnings, etc. We use the word work from home, not jobs. It's not employment. So this verbatim, exactly duplicated, just like this, has been used thousands of times by lots and lots of people that are having success with posting on social media. Only thing that you may want to leave out is willing to use social media, but other than that, all of this is pretty accurate. My office is looking for people to work from home anywhere in the USA. All online, full training provided, can pass a background check, 18 plus. Some people put 21 plus on there. Training bonus, willing to use social media, no previous experience required, create your own schedule, daily direct deposit. Send a DM, you can change that to direct message. Send a direct message or comment to set an interview if interested. Simple. Copy and paste this, and when you copy and paste it, dress it up however you want. Make some spaces in between the lines, add the emojis, etc. That's version 1. Version 2, very similar. Work from home income options. I've also seen it say, want to work from home? Question mark. But it's always work from home. Now, people will assume that it's a job and that you're hiring for a job. That's on them. We're saying work from home. This is work. Okay. Spare time, part-time, full-time. No experience, just a clean background. Hours are negotiable. All training and licensing provided. Who's interested? Comment below. Feel free to share this post. Very similar, just different wording to version 1. So what does this look like as a real post? Well, I kind of shared this with you, but here's one right here. I like to start things with, hey friends, you need work. Okay, here's all the rest of the same stuff. Basically, few things customized for me. So as you know, Jerry and I run a financial firm, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we are expanding. You can put those kinds of things in there, but I wouldn't get too deep into the water on that. But this is what it looks like. It's just a copy and paste. Posted a nice little picture, me and my wife, etc. This is the kinds of results you can get. You're going to get 2 or 3 different kinds of common results. One, you'll get comments like this one. Please send more information for my friend. She's very interested. Okay, great. So I sent her a DM. I didn't ask the question on that one because she already told me to send it. But on this next one, Jennifer here says, interested. Great. Hi, Jennifer. Would it be okay to send you a direct message? And she says, yes, of course. And we go right back into that same loop. Well, guess what? Probably more people send me a direct message without leaving a comment than will even comment for me to ask them if I can leave them a direct message. Why? People are looking for work and don't want the public to know it. They don't want their boss to know they're looking for more work. So be prepared to check out your Facebook Messenger and make sure you understand how to look for the spam folder as well as the regular folder and start to check it every day. So what's my answer look like? Well, here's a common answer. This is right off of a Facebook Messenger. Please send me info for my friend. Okay, interested. Saw your comment on the post for work from home jobs. Okay, well, that's just an unsolicited message that came my way. I said, hi, Erica, thanks for writing. If you were looking too, let's talk more about it. What's the number reach you? And she says, yes, I'm interested. Then she shoots me her phone number.
Yeah.
And we do the same thing over and over and over again. So I'm happy to open it up to questions right now. This is a real basic kind of training on how to get started on social media. But just remember, the object of being on social media is to bring people to your standard presentation. Object number 2 on social media is for you to ask other people to post. And this lesson is to help you teach your people what to say so they can tag you. And when we teach people how to post, we want to get deep enough where the people on the post don't even know who you are.
Right.
And that's typically 4 deep. So 3 who get 3 who get 3 who get 3. You can imagine the multiples on that. 3 goes to 9, goes to 27, goes to 81, goes to 243 people. You get 3 who get 3 who get 3 who get
Yeah.
3. And all of a sudden you've got hundreds of people posting for you, tagging you on these posts. And your objective is to set a meeting with them through Zoom. It could be anywhere in the country. It could be various different time zones, and start asking those kinds of questions so you can start setting appointments with people all over the place. All right, so I've got a few more minutes. Who has a question? And I'm happy to try and answer.
Mike? Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks, Lee.
yeah. Hey, I did this for about 6, 7 months straight, but I was only doing 30 a day. And I don't know,
When
I
you
got
say
some-
30 a day, what do you mean 30 a day?
I sent out 30 personal messages with that message that you got, similar to what you just, shared.
So you
and,
were sending messages to people through Facebook Messenger asking
Yeah,
them to post?
yeah,
You were
yeah.
asking other people to post. Okay.
Right. Uh-huh. Cause I had posted it on my own feed and I didn't really get a whole lot of response. And then, I met somebody out in, Florida, and then she ended up, she was a mortgage loan officer, and it turned out she had a lot of people from Indiana, where she was originally from. I recruited her husband, who's a retired cop, but he hasn't done anything. He got his license. Now they're in Las Vegas. They haven't done anything. It's easy.
So what's your question, Leo?
Well, the question is, it just seems like it is very, very difficult to get others to post for you, even if they're not joining you. And even if they join you, they fight you and they don't want to post. So, I don't know what else.
I would say that depends on your market, and it depends on how you ask. And here's a couple of tips on that. First of all, social media is majority women, and younger women at that, or childbearing years. Let's just say that. Okay, so when we get into older markets, then people are probably more reluctant to post. They don't understand it. It's hard to make the post be public. They don't understand all the fine points of how to post on Facebook. And when we get into younger markets, that tends
And on Facebook.
that tends to be off of Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. And that's really not our market.
Yeah.
Okay. Now people do post on Instagram with success, but that's not what I'm teaching about. But here's the other thing is, when you're asking other people to post, this is one of the reasons we get on the social media call, because different people tell us their success stories and what they're doing. But when you're asking other people to post, first of all, it's good to actually be Facebook friends with those people. So if you're asking strangers to post, you're not going to have much luck. You're asking unsolicited and just dropping a post in a direct message and saying, "Hey, will you post this?" And then you drop
Mhm.
all the text. Nobody's going to read that.
Yeah.
Going to understand it. They're not going to respond to it. So what people are telling us they're having success with is, "Hey, would you mind doing me a favor?" And that's the question. Or, "Can I give you a quick call? I need to ask you a favor." And people are more responsive that way. The other thing is that Facebook sees everything. Facebook understands when you mouse over a name. Facebook understands when you're posting a link. Facebook understands when you're copying and pasting. And Facebook does not like links
Mhm.
to other websites. They want you to stay on Facebook. That's why they
Right.
exist. Facebook also does not like multiple copies and pastes of exactly the same wording or similar wording. And herein lies part of what we call the work.
Mhm.
Posting on social media doesn't seem like work, but it is work.
It is.
And the reason why it becomes work is because you are typing in customized answers or some variation of a similar answer, but copying and pasting will get you in what's called Facebook jail. So, Leo, I don't know if that's the kind of um, asks that you were doing, but those are some of the techniques that might be helpful.
All right, all
So
right, I'll try. It's a little more time consuming, like you said, but
that's why it's work,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's exactly the point. Is it doesn't feel like work, but it is work. And so, yes, it's absolutely more time consuming. And just consider when you're reading what you have sent somebody, would you read that post? Would you be willing to help somebody with that?
Mhm.
Are you going to scroll through all these emojis and crazy looking work from home shenanigans? No, most people wouldn't do that. So, this is not just trying to get somebody to do something for you. Have a conversation, show interest in other people's Facebook posts. Um, get on different groups on Facebook that have common interests to you and actually be on social media for a short period of time every day, say 30 minutes per day. You like and comment on somebody else's post, not to hijack their post, but just to
Mhm.
be a good person and say, hey, happy birthday, or hey, I like the color of your, shirt today, or whatever it is, that recipe looks amazing, whatever it is. When you comment and post on somebody else's Facebook feed, Facebook says, this is an active person. This person has value to the community. We're going to push their posts even more.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's how Facebook works. And that's why posting on Facebook is work. All right. So who else has a question out there?
Well, you already answered the question because one of my girls, I was talking to her husband and she said she posted something on Facebook, but she got flagged. But you said you can only post certain things on Facebook to where like you cannot get flagged.
So anybody can flag your post for any reason. So if you post something and it's out of character for you, somebody may very well say, wow, this looks like Jimbo got scammed and is hacked. And so they may report you. So one thing that people will do is they will post a comment on their own Facebook post. And the very first comment they post is, hey, just so you know, this is for real. I'm not been hacked.
Mhm.
And let me know. Keisha, do you have a comment about that?
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm
I
not sure what she posted because I'm one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sorry, my
Well, Jimbo, one key topic that you just um, highlighted is if you don't know what she posted, it's because she didn't tag you on it. So if she tags you on it, you can immediately inspect what she posted.
yep,
And
yep. That's one of the things
that's what
I
you want to do for sure. You definitely want to do that. And if there's something that needs to be corrected, or if she's out of bounds on the type of post, you want to go ahead and correct that immediately. All right. So thank you for that, Jimbo. Keisha, what comment or question did you have?
Yeah, I was just gonna say about what Jimbo was talking about. So I had a post that was posted like in March, and I had someone that come to our opportunity night, and then she posted, got to, did the whole appointment with her, and she wants to do it. So we had her post, credibility and stuff like that. And she was excited to post. She posted, a family member of hers liked it, wanted more information. I said, I'm going to DM you. So I'm going to incorporate the whole, can I direct message you? Because I always
Yeah.
say,
Mhm.
hey, thanks, great. I'm going to DM you right now. So
Yes.
they usually say, and they're like, okay, but I need to do the whole asking. That's nice. I like that. So that's what I did. And then I got an appointment with her. And then she wants to do the business. She was like, oh, I love social media. I love sharing. So I said, okay, go ahead and share the post that you saw and tag me. So instead of tagging me and posting that one, she went through my stuff, which because it was right there, she went through my stuff and went to March and posted this one that I had on March where I had a lot of hits on. And because she brought that back, Then people started hitting that one again. And then and here comes the hacking part. Somebody said, one of my cousins was like, oh, totally been hacked, you know? And it's so funny because I've reached out to that cousin so in the past. So I said, cousin, what are you talking about? And so she didn't say anything. Then somebody else, one of my good friends I haven't spoken to in a long time, he texted me. He was like, is this your number? I think you've been hacked. Something about a work from home. I said, no, it's real. So I did what you said. That's why I raised my hand. I put a message on that feed. I said, hey, everybody, thank you so much for your concern, but this is real. This is real. This is a great opportunity that I'm sharing. Thank you all. And if you are interested, please let me know and I will send you a message. So
And thank you for sharing that. The other
Mhm.
point that we kind of went over a little bit ago is when you have an older post, you know, people do go through your feed. You'll be surprised at who's actually watching, and people will go through your previous posts. And so for this particular kind of post, you want to make it private after a couple of weeks where it's only your eyes only. Okay? Because if it's out there for too long, it's going to lose its legs anyway. And then somebody else, you may not be keeping an eye on it anymore. And other people can then do nefarious things on your
Yeah.
post. You don't even know that they've done it. Okay. And some people will hijack your post. When they hijack your post, what does that mean? They get on there and say something you don't want them to say, or they get on there and post a comment that has a link in it that takes them off Facebook, and they may get several hits on it and then delete it, and then Facebook now has a red flag on you. There's a lot of things to learn. That's why we're doing these kinds of meetings, and that's why we have social media every Wednesday on Bill Arenders Bill Arenders Zoom at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for roughly 30 to 40 minutes. So you're all welcome to jump on there. Who else has a question? I don't want to keep everybody too long today. I said this would be about a 45 minute.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Anybody else have any questions or comments on that? Warren, do you have something? Terrific. Well, hey, everybody, I really appreciate you being here for this. Remember, the whole purpose is to get somebody else to post for you, to have posters posting, and then to move people into your direct messages so that you then set an appointment. That is the whole point of using social media. It's not to try and explain everything that we do. It's not to have a presentation online through, comments, etc. You want to move people from your post to the comments to direct message to having a presentation, and you want to ask the people on your team to do that same thing over and over and over again. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah,
You're
thanks, Mike.
welcome.
Thank
And if
you.
you have any questions, hit me up on the Champions Hierarchy on the Telegram, and I can answer more questions at a later time. Okay.
Thanks,
All
Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Good luck,
Yeah.
everyone.
See you, Bobby.
Yes,
Good luck.
blessings.
Get to it. Report back to me how it went. We'll talk later. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye.